Recently, I did 2 videos about starting and scaling your voice studio. This is a subject close to my heart since I've been a singing teacher for 20 years and received singing lessons from several very important mentors over the course of 30 years. I know firsthand the importance of working with honorable, high-integrity teachers and how important it is to hold ourselves to a similar standard. As someone who does hold myself to a high standard, suffers from imposter syndrome, and considers the student-teacher relationship sacred, I worried about whether or not the gaps in my own education meant I shouldn't actually be teaching. And one of those gaps was my piano playing. I'm not a pianist, and I don't claim to be one. So how could I presume to teach singing if I didn't know how to accompany my students? Well, apparently I'm not the only person concerned with her keyboard skills, because this video is actually the response to a request from someone who watched this video about how to scale your voice studio. And she worries about her piano skills, and I worried about mine. So I bet a lot of you worry about your keyboard skills as well. Hi, I'm Fiona, and welcome to my channel, the #1 place for singers to learn the mindset, marketing, and monetization tools you need to develop a profitable singing business. And today, we're going to cover the fundamental keyboard skills you need to run your own voice studio. Because one of the most important things to develop in your life as a profitable singerpreneur is diversified income streams. But Fiona, I really don't know how to play piano. I mean, I really don't know how. Doesn't that mean I can't teach? Well, you probably shouldn't teach piano. But if you're a confident singer who likes helping people, then poor keyboard skills are no reason not to teach what you do know, and that's singing. First, ask yourself these 2 questions. 1. What exactly do you want to teach? Consider what makes you a confident singer. Is it the years of training you've put into developing your vocal technique? Is it your songwriting ability? Is it your deep character interpretations of musical theater heroines? Is it your belting or your coloratura? There's no reason your voice studio needs to specialize in all areas of singing, and some of these areas require less piano. 2. Who are you going to be teaching? If you're teaching young children, for example, focusing on technique is not a great idea anyway, because their instruments, in other words, their bodies, are still developing. With young children, we really want to focus on the simple joy of singing. So you could reasonably spend entire lessons without ever touching the keyboard, just singing songs a cappella together and with tracks. My point with these clarifying questions is that you don't actually need any piano skills if your voice studio is focusing in areas where piano playing isn't required. But Fiona, I do want to teach complex songs and vocal technique to adults. Don't I need some keyboard skills? Okay, maybe if you have perfect pitch yourself and can guide your students solely using your own voice, you could get away with being a singing teacher who never touched the piano. However, even if you could do this, it would quickly become vocally and probably mentally exhausting. So, yes, in most cases, some keyboard skills are required, but not very many, and they're easy to learn. To get started, you'll need to be able to play a major triad and go up and down the keyboard by half steps. Okay, so here we are on middle C, and I'm going to start with the assumption that you do know where middle C is. But if you don't, you can look that up online and you can add a little sticker. Some people do that at the beginning to remember where middle C is. Here is middle C and here's the next C, so that's the octave. Now for your first exercises, all you need is to be able to play a major triad. So starting on C, we have C, E, G is a major triad. And from here, all you need to be able to do is go up and down the keyboard by half steps. If you don't understand what a half step is, it's just the increment between here and here, here and here, or here to here. It's the 2 notes that are touching each other. So when I say go up by a half step, each finger that goes up by a half step, this one goes up by a half step, this one goes up by a half step. So that's going up by a half step. Back down. Etc. So you can keep going up and down the whole keyboard. And you'll start at a different pitch depending upon what vocal range your student has. So for me, when I'm warming up myself, I'll often start here and the key of D, top note is A. So this is really all you need, is to be able to play a major triad going up and down. If you can do that, then you can start teaching. Now that you've mastered the major triad, let's go over 3 of my favorite exercises. These 3 combinations are really all you need to get started. 1, the major triad descending. You can do all kinds of exercises with just this one exercise. I usually use the descending pattern because it helps students to approach the notes from the top of the pitch. So my favorite exercise to start with is always the major triad descending. So basically, to do the exercise, I'm going to go 5, 3, 1. As I said, there are so many different exercises you can do. You can start with just a hum. But there are infinite variations on this exercise. I can go ya, or I can go ma. So that was ya and ma. I can do staccati, he. I could do staccati up and down. He. He. I do the exercise with the student. And then I play the chord just to help them stay oriented, and then I play the next chord. And then I do it with them again. And then I go back up. You get the idea. And like I was saying, I mean, just this one exercise, you can do so many things. You can do it fast, you can do it slow, you can do staccati, you can do all sorts of different vowel combinations, whatever it is that you like and learned in your own lessons. But this is sort of the foundational exercise, the 5-3-1 descending. 2, the major triad ascending. Although I tend to use the descending major triad most often, there are also occasions when I use the ascending major triad pattern. So here I am playing my major triad, but I want to go up. So I play, instead of 5-3-1, I play 1-3-5. You could also go up and down. So just demonstrating, let's say I do it on ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. But let's say I want to have the range of going up and down, more mobility. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. So you can go faster like I was going, or you can go slow. Ma, ma, ma. Or ma, 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 ma. All sorts of different exercises you can do. So going up, going down, or going up and down. 3, the octave. The octave is basically the major triad plus the octave note on top. So the last exercise I want to show you is the octave. So basically the octave is the triad plus the top note. So instead of having your fingers be 1, 3, 5, you need your fifth finger over here on 1. So we're going to have 1, 3, 5, 1. And again, like before, you can go ascending, you can go descending, or you can go ascending and descending. And so to practice, you would just put your fingers on the easiest one here. We have C. And you just start practicing coordinating your fingers. My hands are not big, so you don't have to have big hands to be able to do this. So you go and up by a half step, and up by a half step, and up by a half step, back down by half steps, back down. There are so many different exercises, and in a future video I'm going to run you through sort of the order in which I would do exercises, but there's no right or wrong for this, and you can completely just choose the exercises that you most like and feel most comfortable with. Here are a couple that I like. Starting descending on ni staccato. Ni, 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 ni. Ni, 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 ni. And if that happens in a lesson, it's fine. You just do it again. The student isn't there to focus on your piano playing. They're there to learn how to sing. Ni, 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 ni. 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 Or going up. I'll do it on ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Now normally you're going to go up and down if you're doing an ascending pattern, like ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. And then within this you can do even more things like 1, 1, 5, 3, 1, which is one that I like quite a lot. For example, ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Or no pause. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. So many different patterns that you can do, just coming up with what you like, but with only these 3 basic patterns. The triad descending, the triad ascending, putting those together, adding the octave. That's ascending, descending, or putting them together. And from here, it is just practice. I wasn't sure if I had that one. I didn't have that one. So if you get it wrong for half a second, it's no problem. And to practice, you're going to go a lot slower. You're going to go, okay, where's my next one here? Where's my next one here? Where's my next one here? I did it. Where's my next one here? Where's my next one here? Where's my next one here? No problem. This is all you need to know. Now you know all the piano skills you need to warm up your students. And quite honestly, these 3 combinations are enough to last you for your entire career as a singing teacher. Can you add to these exercises with more complex vocalises? Of course. But are they absolutely necessary? No. Wow, Fiona, this is great. I didn't realize it would be so easy to warm up my students. But you left something out. What about when they want to learn a song? Well, you'll definitely want to hit the notification bell because that's exactly what we're going to cover in my next video. How to teach your singing students songs when you don't know how to play piano. In the meantime, practice taking the major triad and major triad plus octave up and down the scale. If you found this video useful, please go ahead and like it, subscribe to my channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. These 3 simple acts on your part will really help me to grow my channel in these early days. The YouTube algorithm pays attention to this kind of engagement, but not only this, your participation helps me to keep motivated as a creator and lets me know that I am in fact providing value. Since you're here learning about the keyboard skills necessary to teach singing, you may also be interested in these 2 videos about starting and growing your voice studio. Now, as always, go out into the world and let your light shine. You deserve to be heard, and the world deserves to hear you.